Hello YouTube, on today's video I would like to present you my Polar v800. I had this product for a while. I wanted to give you my impression, the good thing, the bad things about it, and what I think about the product and if I can recommend it. This video will be divided into three parts. How is the outer design, which is subjective, how is the menu, and how is the application of the phone. So let's start with the outer appearance. It is a stainless steel casing with an aluminum core. It offers 14 hours of training time, 50 hours of low GPS mode, and 30 days of activity mode, meaning it measures your daily steps and it also tracks sleeping activity. If we take a look around, we see that the metal casing is a little bit higher than the Gorilla Glass, which protects it. In addition, I put a little piece of screen protector on it. It's not really nice looking. I tried to do it until the edges of the Gorilla Glass. It has a slight curvature, which always peeled away the screen protector and then it collected dust and dirt, so I made it smaller. I think the appearance is really good compared to other competitor products. You can use it in daily life as well. For business, casual use, I think it works quite well. Here on the back, you have the charging port, which is protected by a little plastic. And here, as you can see, this would be the charger. It's a little clip. You clip it on and it charges over USB. Now, if we dive into the menu, so at the beginning you see the watch face. You can change it to digital if you don't like analog. You can add date, name, things like that. If you press the down button, here you go to status, today's activity, diary, settings, tests, timers, favorites. Now the status is showing you your recovery status. It shows you from overtraining, very strained, to undertrained. It goes down the more days you wait after your training. I think this is quite a good feature which helps you. It's like kind of a personal trainer inside your watch. It's not so bad. If we go back, we go down, we have today's activity, 2 steps, 874 kilocalories. Now, why is that? Well, it shows the basic metabolic rate of my body. So that's already calculated into that one. If I go back, we have the diary, so it shows you all the summary, but I will show you that later in the app. It looks a little bit nicer, but you have all the most important values here as well. We go down to settings. It's fairly extensive. You can customize each sport profile, swimming, running, outdoor, indoor, triathlon. In addition, you can do that on Polar's website when you sync it with your USB charging cable. I think it's easier to use the website. It's a little bit faster, it's a little bit intuitive, and it offers more options. Physical settings, age, gender, height, weight, and then it calculates VO2 max to give you also an estimate and better prediction in training. General settings, pair and sync with sensors or with your phone. Flight mode, GPS is off, saves battery. Button sounds on, as you can hear. They're not very loud. Button lock manual, smart notifications. It connects with iPhone through Bluetooth. It shows you messages and it shows you incoming calls. But if I remember right and if I observed correctly, it does not do that while you're in training. I think that's an important information. Time mode, tap sensitivity, and metrics. It continues, English, inactivity alert. As you can see, quite in detail, quite nice. Training view color dark, you can inverse it to white. And that's about it. In settings, tests. This is an important part and kind of a big deal for Polar. So this is trying to be your personal trainer. So to give you a better estimate how you train, how much you should recover, how much you should rest, what you should do, it has several tests. It has the orthostatic test, the fitness test, the jump test, and heart rate variability recording. All this helps with the recovery status and showing you if you're training right or not. It's not so bad if you read literature, if you have your own training diary, either you download one or you write your own. I think it works kind of good. There are more options, but for beginners and intermediate athletes, it's not a bad thing. The pro athletes, I'm sure they know better than the watch. You have timers and favorites. Favorites is important. This only works through the web page and synchronization through USB. So you can do your own favorites, high intensity running or interval running. This is something I set up online and works very well. So this is the menu of the watch. There are more details in it. In addition, now we can simulate to go for a run. I press the middle button. I'm waiting for a GPS acquiring, 10% increasing. I can also go cycling. I can also go swimming. The swim metrics have been improved recently, so this should work better, although I have to say I am not a big swimmer. So if we wait a little bit for running, then I'm sure we can start one. But let's see, let's dive in. Recording started. So as you can see, you have the hour, the elapsed time, heart rate, speed. If you go down, zone pointer, 5 heart rate zones, and heart rate variability. Here you have calories, average lap, stride, and as you can see, I have 4 values on each data page. You can choose between, I think it's between 2 and 4 values. This works much better than other products. I had the TomTom Multisport before, which was kind of hard to read while your wrist was moving. So this one is really crisp, really sharp, works really well if someone has issues with reading. You can have these values increased if you decrease the amount of fields per data page or not. As you can see, now it paused. I can continue manually, but I think it will stop soon because we are not moving. So this was a tiny review of the watch. I really like it. Garmin has good products as well. They also have a color screen. I think it's not necessary, and they increase the number of available data that they show you. Well, we can only give the watch time, distance, speed, cadence, heart rate, so I'm not sure if that's really necessary or not. Everybody has to decide for him or herself. It has Bluetooth Smart. It connects to power meters. The compatibility list is increasing. Polar has its own Kio power system, but for example, another popular one would be the Stages power meter. Now let's go into the app. So I will now change to my iPhone and show you how the app looks like. So I hope you see this well. It's syncing data and service. As you can see, my activity today was not very big and I haven't used the watch for a while. So if we go back and see a day that I was very active, you see sitting 7 hours, 5 hours standing, 1 hour 40 for running, walking, sorry, no run. If we go down, we see the daily goal was exceeded, how many steps, how many calories that was. I can say how did I feel. I say I felt great. If we go here on the top menu, we can see the training diary. That's the second most important part. Again, not much done this week, actually a few weeks back, but let's go to a time where I was more active, which would be, for example, here. You can see 3 sessions, the overall distance, the overall calories, the overall duration, the overall time in which zone I was. when I did the exercise, and down there in the daily menu I can go into detail and look into one. Let's, for example, see this cycling heart rate average. You can see this red part. If I click on it, you can see the maximum calories, fat burn of calories, average speed, max speed, distance, cadence, max cadence, ascent, descent, altitude, training load, 2 days, 8 hours. This is my recovery until full recovery. You don't have to fully recover. You can continue training, maybe not as intensely. If we go down, we see the heart rate, we see the speed, back to heart rate if we want, the several zones, then GPS, where this was, and the manual laps. Well, it was only 1 lap. And in addition, this is quite nice optically, you can press here to full screen. If it likes me today, let's see. It doesn't. So yeah, this is how the watch and the menu looks like. I don't know why this part now doesn't work. It worked greatly before. I think it's really nice. You can export the data also to other popular websites, as for example Strava, and analyze your data there, share with your friends, and explore and improve more of your fitness. I hope you really liked this. Oh, here, now it worked. I just wanted to show you this one because I really like this view, because it's a combination of heart rate and speed. And here you can move this bar and it shows you the values on top. Yeah, so that's about it. I really like the watch. I think I'm going to keep it for as long as I can. It had been a good assistant and improved my fitness. I have to say, I'm very happy choosing it compared to other competitors. My history was a Polar RS400, then a Garmin Forerunner 70, then a TomTom Multisport, and now this one. The Garmin FR70 or FR60, they're pretty much the same, only slightly design changes, is a nice non-GPS watch. I think it's really good, connects to many sensors. Then from the GPS perspective, I wanted to try something different, so I tried TomTom. Unfortunately, the font size was not working for me, it was too small. So I ended up with this Polar, which I think combines a nice training computer for multisport with a nice design. Newer watches have optical sensors to measure heart rate. I have mixed feelings about that. For the average fitness person, maybe that's good enough. You can always connect those watches with a regular heart rate monitor strap that goes around your chest. This one works with a Bluetooth smart heart rate monitor chest strap. It's fine for me. Some people do not like it. There are other options for the arm or for the wrist. Well, you choose what you like and what works best for you. I hope you like this review. Please enjoy and consider this product. Thank you.